Yes, thanks Ian. The cars just making their way up to the grid now for the BMW Car Club Racing Championships. We'll run you through the grid in a moment. BMWs of all shapes and sizes out there. Ben Pearson on pole in car number 25 in Class M1, alongside the man we've just heard from, Stephen Schweikart. Second row, Stuart Pywell, number 75, number 9, Jason Rees. Row 3, 69, Aidan Vilku, and 27 of Chris Blakey. William Lake, number 4, last year's champion on row 4, alongside Cavan Granger, the current points leader with all the classes combined. Paul Travers and Paul Laramie round out the top 10. Andrew Phillips and Jamie Sturgis, who we just heard from, the man who lives virtually next door to Thruxton, on row 6. Row 7, Gareth Pywell and Gareth Thomas. Craig Emerson and Ben Haynes on row 8. Ernie Graham and Rahim Balu on row 9. Sam Walton rounds out the grid. Now the championship split into various classes. Classes M1, M2, Class 6 and the Cup class. It's based on the engine sizes of the cars. Keep an eye on the different classes when we get underway. The 5-second board has already been displayed with the green flag lap completed nice and quickly. The red lights come on. It'll be a standing start. 20 minutes for the BMW Car Club Racing Championship. Away we go. Ben Pearson with a super start from pole position. Not such a good start for the man alongside him. He's been tagged there, the number 43 of Stephen Schweikart. Fine sights these BMWs of all shapes and sizes and ages make as they head up. One car going off there to the side of the road. It was one of the BMW compacts that was involved in that bit of contact off the grid, I think. So we are underway, and it's Ben Pearson in the clear from pole position in the number 25 in his M235i, running in Class M1. He's already clear of the field. Class M1 for the most powerful cars. Number 9, Jason Rees, the Welshman, up the inside there, takes the gold and black number 27 of Chris Blakey. We'll establish the order as they make their way around, but I think the safety car is coming out. It's just come up on the timing screen. 37 goes through there. That's Cavan Granger, and a spin there at the exit of Goodwood. The treble 8 car has gone. That's Andrew Phillips. Cold tyres, I think, catching him out there. The Dagfield sponsored car. Andrew will rejoin towards the tail of the pack, but the safety car, I believe, is being scrambled. Yes, the field slows up Woodham Hill. So this championship administered by the BMW Car Club UK. Neil McDonald, its coordinator, running everything behind the scenes. Now, we lost one of the compacts up there. I was trying to work out which car it was. I think it might be William Lake, number 4, the former champion. He may have made contact with Stephen Schweikart, who was slow off the line. Yes, there's William Lake's number 4 car. He's out of the race. The car stranded alongside the circuit, so the safety car having to be deployed once again. But as we were saying, the various classes are all based on different engine sizes and types of the car. Class M1 for the quickest cars, Class M2 and Class 6 here this weekend. The Cup class for BMW Compacts 325 Ti's as well. A little further back on the reading. See Stephen Schweikart, a poor start there. That delayed Jason Rees, and the rest of the pack had to fan around them. Stuart Pywell side by side for second. It was a little further back in the order. There's the contact. William Lake it was, who hit the side of Stephen Schweikart. I think that might have broken his steering, and that's why we've lost the number 4 car early on. Yeah, there we see him pull him off to the side of the road, so William Lake could go no further. Then the safety car had to be deployed with Lake's car parked up at the side of the road. Did he hit the barriers as well? Oh, yes, he did. Yes, broken steering there. He couldn't steer out of that one, the number 4. So he's walloped the Armco. And the damp conditions on the grass would not have helped there either after that bit of rain we had during the Monoposto race. So William Lake's parked up next to the airfield. That car will need to be recovered. Slightly longer race than we've seen so far this weekend at 20 minutes. There's Andrew Phillips having rejoined from his spin, just behind the number 75, which is Craig Emerson. There is that spin. A little bit of bodywork went flying there as well. Jamie Sturgis in the older M535 just avoided him there, and the Cup Class 325 compacts at the back as well. Now, the championship situation, there are only 3 points covering the top 4 overall in the championship. It's Cavan Granger in Class M2 who leads overall on 67 points. Aidan Vilku, number 66, number 69 on 66 points, is a point behind him. Then a point behind him is Paul Cook in Class M1, and Stephen Schweikart a point behind him. Now, Paul Cook has had 5 of the 6 overall wins so far this season, but he's not out at Thruxton today. His only defeat so far this season being at Silverstone, where Stephen Schweikart took the win, but I think we are going to go back to green flag racing with William Lake's car judged to be out of the way. Away they go, up towards Allard for what is the 3rd time. There's number 27 of Chris Blakey, the gold car. He's being chased by Paul Travers, number 77. Cavan Granger, the championship leader, up behind them. Used to race in the Pre-03 touring cars, the white and maroon car. So battle is joined once again then. Jason Rees coming under a bit of pressure from the number 69 of Aidan Vilku in 4th position. It's the all-white E36 BMW. Here's a battle between Pywell and Schweikart for 2nd place. Number 76, that's Stuart Pywell. Gareth Pywell a little bit further back in the order in the Castrol liveried car. Super Touring look-alike. Here comes Schweikart on the inside, recovering from that slow start, but it is Ben Pearson, number 25, who leads the way. He's 3rd in the point standings in Class M1 coming into this meeting. Cavan Granger side by side there around Church Corner, having a go at the number 77 of Paul Travers. And that's almost standard road going, looking at number 77 car, 330 CI. They're battling over 7th position overall. Vilku is leading Class M2, Pearson Class M1. Now Cavan Granger only down in 3rd in class at the moment, and he'll, if it stays like this, I think we'll lose his championship lead. The Cup class is being led by Gareth Thomas further back. So they head up towards the complex for the 4th time. It's Ben Pearson out front in the number 25, the M235. There's the similar looking car of Jason Rees from Pontypool in South Wales. He's running in 4th position. He's got ahead of Aidan Vilku. There he is, being reeled in now by Chris Blakey, the man from Lincoln. Cavan Granger having another go at Paul Travers as they come out of Seagrave. Gets up alongside him. Is he going to go through? He certainly is. Good move there going into Noble. It's tricky conditions today for these rear-wheel drive BMWs. Out through Goodwood they go towards the back of the circuit. 18 cars left running after we lost Will Lake at the start of the race. It's Cavan Granger now clear of Paul Travers, up into 2nd in class. The man he wants to get ahead of is Aidan Vilku, car number 69. There is the 69 in the look-alike of the famous Schnitzer BMWs, the livery there. Shades of Joachim Winkelhock, 1993 British Touring Car champion, raced in those colours. Steve Soper was very successful as well. He's clear of Chris Blakey in the 27. There's Cavan Granger. Behind him, Paul Travers. Fastest lap of the race has been done by Stephen Schweikart, who's now back up into 2nd place. He's 1.4 seconds off Ben Pearson out in front. Stuart Pywell in the dark green car is 3rd. This championship open to just about any BMW model. Administered, as we said earlier, by the 750 Motor Club, guesting here with the BARC this weekend. Great to have them on board, and the 750 Formula as well. We'll see them out later on. There is number 87, Jamie Sturgis. He's running in the Invitation class this weekend as a guest runner. Chasing number 68, that's Gareth Thomas from Swindon, leading the Cup class for the 325 Ti Compacts, the Compact Cup effectively. He's just behind the number 55, Rahim Balu, in his E36 M3, the yellow car. Number 9 of Jason Rees has been given the black and white warning flag for exceeding track limits. The first offence then that front is noted by the stewards. You're second to get the black and white flag. Any more transgressions, you risk a 5-second penalty. 87 of Jamie Sturgis. Wonderful to look at, isn't it? The old M535i. I said earlier, it's a replica of the cars that raced in the Group A European Touring Car Championship in years gone by, before the likes of the 635 came in, so famous in the 80s. Jamie Sturgis giving chase to Gareth Thomas. He's in 13th overall. Behind him it's Andrew Phillips making his way up after his spin. There's Rahim Baloo in the number 55 M3, running in class M1. As you say, the classes are based on what engine types these BMWs have under their bonnets. Gareth Thomas leading the Cup class. He's leading their championship 7 points clear of Ernie Graham, who's a little further back down the order. Sam Walton, who's at the tail of the field, is third in their points. Sturgis makes his way through. Lead gap is over 4 seconds now. Ben Pearson pulling away. He's just on the fastest lap of the race, 1:22.74. And a few BMWs you saw yesterday as well, of course, in the Brick Car Endurance Championship. Number 44, that's Ben Haynes from Evesham in Worcestershire. He's currently running in 10th position, third in Class 6. It's Chris Blakey leading Class 6. Second in Class 6 is not Cavan Granger, 31, Paul Laramie, sorry. 5 second penalty for car number 9. He said if he transgressed again, he'd risk a penalty, and Jason Rees will have a 5 second penalty for exceeding track limits. Well, there's our race leader. We've not seen much of Ben Pearson in this race because he's cleared off in front by over 4 seconds. Could be a bigger margin than that this time through. The very aggressive looking number 25, the M235i, looking for his first win of the season. Charges through the chicane, absolutely flying along. Still got 9 minutes to go though. Across the line he goes, 1:22.79 that time through. Sounding great as well, the number 25 M2. It's his lead gap, 5.6 seconds now. He's pulled away by over a second that time through. Now here comes Cavan Granger. He's got ahead of Chris Blakey. Granger will be up into 6th overall, but the man he needs to get ahead of is Aidan Vilku. I think Cavan Granger was delayed in that little schmozzle at the start. The Bisley Removals Cup. Can he remove Aidan Vilku from the class lead? He'll want to get maximum points in his class here to keep his narrow overall lead in the championship. Stephen Schweikart looking to capitalise as well with Paul Cook not here. There's a battle further back, number 75, that is, of Craig Emerson from Leicestershire. He's ahead of one of the Cup class car, number 61. That'll be Ernie Graham. Very experienced BMW racer. Second in the Cup class at the moment, but he's quite a way behind Gareth Thomas. See what the gap is between Vilku and Granger. It's over 3 seconds. Granger has got to make up. Lapping a little bit slower at the moment. Jamie Sturgis now ahead of Rahim Baloo. It's a battle for 11th place. There's Gareth Thomas, so he's quite a way up the road from his class rivals in the Cup class. It's first of 2 races today for the BMW Car Club Racing Championship. Baloo fighting back there on the tail of Sturgis in the classic M535, and into the pits comes Jason Rees. Has he got a problem? Wait and see if he rejoins. I wonder if he thinks perhaps he's got a drive-through penalty. The 5 second penalty for track limits, it's not a drive-through or a stop-go, it's added to your race time, so for a penalty he doesn't need to come in. Yeah, I think he has gone back out. So he thought that, I think he may have thought that was a drive-through penalty. There's Andy Phillips, he's now caught up to the back of Gareth Thomas as he recovers from spinning on the opening lap. The AP Auto Care car. Rahim Baloo is dropping down the timing screen. Have we lost the yellow M3? Oh, a big slide there, the 44 car. A big fishtail for Ben Haynes. Somehow he saves the spin. Jamie Sturgis closes up on him as a result of that. Moves up alongside him. Yes, Rahim Baloo has not come through. There he is, in fact, he stopped on Woodham Hill. So Baloo has broken down and he's out of the race. As to the inside at Goodwood goes Sturgis, goes past Ben Haynes in the E46 330 CI. Where's he running in his class at the moment? He's third in class 6, behind Paul Laramie. Rees dropping down the timing screen now because he went into the pits. Jason Rees. So that's puts Aidan Vilku up into 4th overall. Cavan Granger is 5th. The yellow flag's out on Woodham Hill. Rahim Baloo is trying to limp his way back to the pits in the E36 M3, the classic shape BMW racer. This is the car that everyone wanted to race in Super Touring in the 1990s. Make his way through the chicane there. Gareth Thomas has met him at the worst possible place. He's trying to get over into the pit lane entrance. Nothing really he could do there. Gareth Thomas will lose out too. I think that's the 36 of Gareth Pywell that just got past him. Or was it our race leader lapping him? No, there's Pywell in the background. Yes, that was the leader coming through to lap him. So Ben Pearson was briefly impeded there. Nothing Rahim Baloo could do there. He had to get across the track to get into the pits. So the lead is 6.7 seconds now. There's our second place man, Stephen Schweikart. Recovered from a poor start up into second place. They're lapping Gareth Pywell. That's Pywell, the blue and red car with the Castrol livery, aping slightly the Italian Superturismo cars of the 1990s, raced by Emanuele Naspetti and Fabrizio Di Simone. Still Stuart Pywell, the dark green number 76 car, in 3rd. They're all Class M1 cars, the top 3. Class M2 is still being led by Vilku. There's Paul Travers, the 77. He's running in 8th place, 3rd in Class M2 behind Cavan Granger. Now here comes Andy Phillips onto the tail of Ben Haynes. Recovered from that scare at the complex last time through where he got a real wiggle on. Just over 3.5 minutes of this race to go then for the BMW Car Club Racing Championship. Ben Pearson has come up to lap Jamie Sturgis. Ben Pearson currently 3rd in the Class M1 points, 6th overall. This will be his first win of the season. I think Rahim Baloo is heading back out. Yes, I saw a flash of yellow there. Yes, he is in the pit lane. So he's fixed whatever the problem was, maybe just done a reset on the car. The red and yellow striped flag is out at the complex. That means slippery surface. So the drivers have to be careful through there. Then again, it's been a slippery surface all day because of the drizzle we've been having. 75, that's Craig Emerson. He's being chased by Ernie Graham. They've been together all race long. Jason Rees now down in 6th place, having driven through the pit lane. He's got Cavan Granger on his tail. I don't think Granger is going to win the class here because he's still over 3 seconds behind Aidan Vilku. Still these two at it towards the back of the field. That's Emerson and Graham. A few good battles all the way down the order for the BMW Car Club. Can Ernie Graham take the place away there? Bounces up on the curb. Couple of laps to go then for Ben Pearson. 1:22.74 his fastest lap. See what the gap is over Stephen Schweikart this time through. 103.4 average around Thruxton. We said it's the fastest circuit in the UK. There's Rahim Baloo, he's going again. In the Prime Care Group number 55 car. Back of the field now, of course, because he stopped on Woodham Hill and then had to limp into the pits. Problem has been cleared. There's the 69 of Aidan Vilku. I think Jason Rees has got back ahead of him on the road, but the penalty will drop him behind him, of course. Chris Blakey continues to lead Class 6. Ostensibly for 6-cylinder cars, of course. There's a Class 4 as well for 4-cylinder BMWs. No entries in that this weekend though. So less than a minute left on the clock now. The checkered flag will be out soon for Ben Pearson. Over 8 seconds clear now. He's pulled away by some 1.4 seconds on that last lap. Here he comes up to start his final lap. Away like a shot at the start of the race. Has controlled the pace ever since. Great looking car, isn't it? The M235i. 30 seconds left as he crosses the line. Rees has got back ahead of Vilku despite that trip through the pit lane. It's the last lap board being held out. There's Stuart Pywell. Not seen much of him in this race. In the green and gold car. Oh, blows the engine! Goodness me! Stuart Pywell and spins on his own oil. That's a huge blow up. Now let's hope the other drivers see that and they see the oil. There'll be oil everywhere at Allard. That was a big blow up there for Stuart Pywell. Meanwhile, Ben Pearson won't have seen that. There is Pywell's car on the edge. He's in the middle of the circuit there, virtually having spun to a halt. He won't get the car moved. The engine's grenaded. Now the clock has counted down to 0. We're on the last lap now. I wonder if the officials might red flag this. Yes, the yellow flags are out at Allard. The oil flags will be out as well. Well, we hadn't seen Stuart Pywell for most of that race. Just as we picked up on him in that 3rd place, the engine let go in spectacular fashion. That's the end of his weekend. Meanwhile, coming up to the checkered flag for a first win of the season in the BMW Car Club Racing Championship is Ben Pearson. He takes the flag. Ben Pearson wins and wins Class M1. There's a car spun on the oil there. It's number 6 of Sam Walton, who was running at the tail of the field. Stephen Schweikart comes home in 2nd, 10.5 seconds or so down on Ben Pearson. Completing the podium should be Jason Rees on the road. Now, what will the penalty do? We'll wait and see. We might see Aidan Vilku on an overall podium here. Some lap traffic coming in. Paul Laramie in 9th place. Jamie Sturgis will be 10th. Oh, and Raheem Ballou's not going to make the flag after all. His problem has reoccurred. Now we'll wait confirmation on who's going to be in 3rd place overall. Rees crosses the line in 3rd place there with the black front end on the number 9 car we saw come through. The penalty will drop in behind Aidan Vilku though, the track limits penalty, and in fact he got a further penalty as well. A further 10 seconds, another track limits offence for the number 9 car. Here comes Cavan Granger. Now he'll be 2nd in Class M2. Now what will that do to the overall championship? Because Stephen Schweikart was 2nd in his class. Vilku won his class. It's going to be very close in the overall championship. Have to go to the calculators for that one, I think. But Aidan Vilku will take an overall podium. There is the number 6 car of Sam Walton. Raheem Ballou does limp across the line. So, entertaining stuff there for the BMW Car Club Racing Championship here at their first race of the weekend at Thruxton. Bad luck there to Stuart Pywell, was on for a podium with his engine exploding going into the last lap. Ben Pearson it is who takes his first win of the season, just over 10.5 seconds clear of Stephen Schweikart. Aidan Vilku wins Class M2 in 3rd, and I think might be leading the championship overall now. We'll have to go to the calculators for that one. Jason Rees takes 4th despite his track limits penalty, and 5th place for Cavan Granger. Chris Blakey in 6th wins Class 6, and Paul Travers 7th. Stuart Pywell will not be classified because he didn't complete the last lap due to that blown engine. So next time Paul Laramie. Jamie Sturgis the invitation class winner, then Andrew Phillips after his spin early on, Ben Haynes, Gareth Pywell. Gareth Thomas wins the Cup class ahead of Ernie Graham, and Craig Emerson, Sam Walton and Raheem Ballou complete the finishers. Stuart Pye will not be classified as a finisher because we lost William Lake on the first lap.